Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the YouTube station identification of one of New Bedford, Massachusetts resident YouTubers. I am here in the basement. No, this is not MTV's remote control. And no, my name is not Ken Ober. I am Eric Lima. I am the dude with the crazy Clooney do. And this is WEML-TV, Channel 77, Episode 94. March the 19th, 2021, 1:50 p.m. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Final day of winter season. Thank God. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord about that one. Praise the Lord. No more freaking winter. After today, winter can, in the immortal words of Cameron Grimes, kiss my grits. Man, oh man. Now, everything went according to plan so far today. And you know what? I just realized I forgot there was a church check-in Zoom yesterday. And I didn't check in the Zoom because I was so concerned about yesterday's Rant and Rave podcast, which is just, I'm like, and it just didn't dawn on me till now. I was like, I mean, a lot of things have been going through my head, a lot of things have been happening and whatnot, and which is a typical Eric day for me. But today was great. This morning was great. I expected a little bit of snow on the grass surfaces and car tops, mostly, and the roads being wet and all. I walk outside. Rain stopped. No snowflakes. No white stuff on the grass surfaces and car tops. The roads were kind of dry. So I said it's a perfect morning. Boom. Went to work, clocked in. My boss and one of my coworkers who came earlier in the morning decided to help set up for Easter, even though we're not having the Easter bunny at the mall this year. So I did my routine, and then by the time I got outside, the sun was shining so bright. I thought we'd have some clouds in the morning, then sun in the afternoon. That is not the case. Sun is shined in the morning, and I was outside, happy as a clam. Got my cash money because today was payday, and I decided to go to Little Caesars to pick up some lunch. I got some pizza for lunch, even though I ate 5 pieces of it so far, with some mug root beer. It's a cool thing. And also, my bed sheets are already in the dryer because I put them in the washer this morning before I went to work. It was perfect. I woke up a little early to do that. That way I'll give myself plenty of time to do so. And then I was out the door. Oh man, it was wonderful. It was a great day. And the week post Stan Rosicki, we don't know who he is. He was a co-worker of mine who worked at the mall for 31 years. He finally retired. He needed to retire. And you know what? And now this is the first time, first week without him, and we handled it pretty well. It was a great, decent week at work for me. It was an awesome day, and I got annoyed by people asking me where the vaccine site is at. As you know, from my local friends, if you are going to get vaccine shots for COVID, it's at the old Circuit City. The old Circuit City at the Dartmouth Town Center, right next to Bed Bath & Beyond. If you see Bed Bath & Beyond, you can't miss it. You cannot miss it. So that's where the local vaccine site is. If you guys need a shot, you can go there and tell them Eric Lima sent you. Let's see what else. As you can see, as you know, racism has been running rampant in our country, and more so for the past couple of years, and obviously throughout the whole years, of course. And a lot of things are changing. We have a woke generation, a new this generation, and I hate to say it about this generation, but it's been pretty weak. This generation's weak, and I will tell you why. Being from the old school generation. Now, everybody's assuming that us old school generation people, especially us white people, I don't like to be considered white. It's like, oh, white people are racist. But here you are. Here some people are talking about us white people. Doesn't that make you racist too? If you think about it now. Now think about it. You know, me, I don't look at color. I don't look at color. I don't look at nationality. Me, if I ask for a nationality and they said it would pique my interest. Like, okay, I want to learn more about you, what you do in your country, and all that, which is really really cool. I mean, I met people from England, Ireland, Scotland, Australia, Poland. I met a lot of people online from there with my Discord apps, the game shows that we do, and they were really cool, awesome, nice people. And they love game shows and have fun playing them and all that, and it's totally totally cool. And what happened in Atlanta was really tragic and it was really sad, you know. And to me, killing has never been the problem. It just causes more. It doesn't matter. Killing is wrong. Murder is wrong. Racism is wrong. Everything is wrong about that. It's not cool. It doesn't solve problems and makes things worse. You know. Now, people look at me and I say I'm a born again Christian. I believe in the Lord. And you look at me and my color, and you think, oh, privileged, Trumper, racist, and all that. Listen, I'm. Listen, don't label me like that because I'm not like that. Because I've been taught and I learn and I know better. You know, my old school, yeah, and I'm old school. I love the '80s and '90s. You know, and this young generation needs to start learning about learning, learn, learn, learn about the backgrounds and why you guys are being the way you are. You know, learn. Learn before you speak. Think before you speak. The problem is the lack of intelligence has affected your mind so much you're overreacting to everything. I have been there. When I was your young age, I've been there. I have been known to flip out. I've been known to say, you know, to be oversensitive about a whole bunch of things, man. Trust me on this. You know? And and the problem is that a lot of people have no respect nowadays, and it's really really sad. Got some huge news. Ace Ventura 3 in development at Amazon with Sonic the Hedgehog writers. Alrighty then. Big news from 90s Rewind. So anyways, you know, people would, you know, and it's a problem. It's breaking news, actually. Here's the problem. You know, I don't like, you know, you know, it was like, all right, people look at me and everything about me is wrong. And like, and they convince me to change myself and my image to conform to today's society. I got news for you guys. I'm not going to change myself for anybody. I'm going to be who I am. And I like me. I like who I am. And I like people. I don't look at race. I don't look at... You know, here's the crazy part. When the prophet Samuel set out to look for a new king because God had rejected Saul. Now, Saul was like a head, shoulders above the rest. And God made a mistake of looking at the physical appearance of a person, not the heart of a person. I never said, you know, it's strange saying God made a mistake. Now, well, I'm sure Samuel did too. But God's always perfect, so Samuel made the mistake. God says, go find a king. Samuel made a mistake. Lord, forgive me for that. For saying to you. And in fact, God said, you know, God did admit that he regretted giving Israel a king. He regretted it. So, and that's something, you don't hear God say much, you know. So getting back to the story. So he goes, so God sends him to Jesse to Bethlehem. And he says, We'll look for, you'll find the king, you'll find the next king of Israel there. So Samuel looks at each one of them, and God says, "Hold on. I don't look at the outward appearance. I look at the heart of the person." That's my attitude towards people nowadays. I don't look at the outward appearance of the person. I don't care what their skin color is. I don't care what their sexual preference is. I don't care what their religious preference is or political preference. I look at the heart of a person. All right? The problem is not too many people are doing that. Hence why we have the problems that we have today. Now, what saddens me about the tragedy in Atlanta, even more than the victims that were, it's sad. 8 people died, and 6 of them were Asian American women. A lot of people, red flag goes, okay, hate crime. This guy, this young man's racist and all that, and that could be it. And also, maybe the officer saying, oh, this young man had a bad day, or it's a religious thing in his mind to get rid of temptation. And they thought, oh, that's temptation. He's going to get rid of that by shooting people down. That's not how. But this young man's mind's been all screwed up. The sadder part of it, he's 21 years old. Anytime I hear about a young person causing a crime, I thought to myself, this individual has thrown away his future, his or her future. Maybe because, the problem was, I look at, look what happened a few years ago with Dylan Roof. I mean, he was a young man too when he did that. It saddens me that these young men have basically thrown away their future. Tsarnaev from the Boston bombings, he's thrown away his future. They'll never experience the same stuff that everybody else has experienced because of their crimes, because of their actions. Actions got consequences, And the sad part is that people, and people want to, I can understand people, they're angry. The problem is that a lot of people nowadays are letting their emotions control them. Nowadays, there are people that are, they let their emotions get the best of them so much they want to act. They want to go out and fight the person. They type something on social media that could get them into hot water with their people, with their bosses and their friends and families. That's why I don't talk about drama that's been going on in my family. If there's any drama in my family, I don't talk about it. I don't talk about online drama between friends. I don't, I usually don't talk about the news. This is one of the reasons why I am focused on putting out good content, positive, happy content for you guys to keep your minds off what's been going on in the world. Now, a lot of people say, read the room, read this. Listen, I understand what's been going on. And that's why I'm always focused on positivity. That's why I always want to make people laugh, make people smile. It doesn't matter about the color for me, or nationality, or sex, or anything like that. I look at the heart of the person. If the person likes if the individual likes my videos and wants to subscribe to me, I welcome them in. If they don't, they can move on. That's the way it is. Like I said, the young men that caused all these crimes have just basically threw away their futures. They threw away their futures. I can imagine what their families are going through too. Not just the families of the victims, but the families of the perpetrators. I can imagine what I cannot imagine what they're thinking right now. I can imagine the parents saying, "Where have we gone wrong?" And I remember one article I read after the Boston Marathon bombing in 2013 and whatnot. I remember the mother of the bomber said that if you kill my son, it's going to be a war. And I'm like, you're condoning what your son did? You're supposed to raise that young man to be a good man. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. But unfortunately, he decided to follow his big brother. You know, I got good parents. They're not perfect, but I got good parents. The way I was raised to love and respect people, honor people, it doesn't matter about their race. They never said hate this certain kind of person because they're just certain kind of color. They never told me to hate. My parents never taught me to hate. I was not supposed to hate. In fact, I remember one incident. Me and my friend Joshua Vieira, we used to live next door to each other back in the day, and we went to Butler Park with my family, with my mom and my sister and brother at the time, and I had these old walkie-talkies, and I was told not to lose them. I said okay, so my friend took one and I took one. We decided, the walkie-talkie, and then my friend came back without his walkie-talkie, and then I found out some kid took off with it, and I was mad at my friend, and I said, I hate you. Just as soon as we got home, my mother chewed me out for uttering those words to my friend. All right? She does not like it when you say the words, I hate you. She hates it. She really does. And I got chewed out. And I was only a young kid back then. Yeah, I was taught, and whenever I get punished, I get activities taken away from me. I get, TV, music, TV, music, baseball cards. I got a lot, when I was a kid, I had things taken away from me. If I acted up in school or if I did something wrong, I get punished for it. Or I'm not allowed to watch TV. I sit in the dining room, rather write sentences and all that. And I became a better person growing up, Because back then, even spanking was considered a form of abuse back then. And the government deemed it so. So my parents knew that they had to change their disciplining up. So they grounded me from stuff instead, which I've learned a lot since then, and I'm really proud. I'm really proud to growing up in the 80s and 90s, and everybody thinks that your old school ways suck. Well, maybe, but they helped me be a better person. I rather be grounded from stuff and learn from my mistakes and learn from my transgressions than to grow up and be some kind of entitled brat that wants everything without working for it. Well, I'm sure a lot of people saying, well, your way of thinking has got you in your parents' basement. You know how hard it is to live in New Bedford by yourself? Financially, impossible. $800 to $1,000 a month to rent an apartment? No, thank you. I'd rather live in my parents' basement with plenty of money in my bank account than live in an apartment flat broke and no place to go. And not only that, worse than that, homeless. Because we have a homeless problem as well, as far as a pandemic as well, on top of everything else. You see, what you folks out there do not understand is the position that I'm in. Listen, I made decisions that maybe on one end it affected me socially. Society would deem me a loser. Living in an old man living in his parents' basement, trying to make a living, have a job, and everything else. You see, and there's people out there that say this crap to me, like I'm supposed to be feeling bad about it, feeling sad about it, if people make fun of me for it. I know exactly what these people were trying to do to me. They're trying to get me so emotionally distraught that I would turn against my own family, turn against my friends, and everything else until I have no more friends and people call me a loser. It's a vicious cycle, really. But that's why I choose not to listen to those people, whether it be haters, trolls, whatever. Um, Things happen for a reason. Things happen for a reason. I am who I am for a reason. This is the way I am. This is the way I grew up as. But there's nothing more valuable than me being myself. If I'm like everyone else, I'd be the most boring person in the universe, man. If we all acted the same, this planet would be boring. I like being who I am. And I always said, and I said it before, many times before, if you don't like my videos, you don't like my content, you don't like who I am, then I don't want to speak to you. Ever. I know it's harsh and blunt, but that's to the point, man. If you're willing to accept me as a friend and like my videos and you want to watch, by all means, please subscribe. Ring the bell. I appreciate that. I know there's a lot going on in this world right now. And you guys probably think, well, how come you're not talking about any of this crap that's been going on in the world? Because I choose not to do that. I want to bring happiness and fun. That's what what this channel is all about. And people, people just don't like my attitude. People don't like, people just don't like don't like my content, don't like who I am. There's people out there like that. And it is sad that people choose, you know, you know, people come on here and they choose to lambaste me, and people that look at me in my age say, "Oh, you don't belong on YouTube. You don't belong on the internet. You don't belong, you don't like what we're saying. Get off the internet and all that." You know, and I got people say that to me. And it's like, who are these people to tell me what to do? They don't know me from a hole in the wall. You know, they, they don't know my situation. They don't know. They don't want to hear. They don't want to hear my opinion on stuff. They can just go move on with their lives. I really don't care. And what upsets me is that many young people out there choose to rebel against their parents, to disrespect the law, disrespect people, and to say, I'm on a computer. These guys won't get me. I'll be a tough guy and a tough girl, and tweet this mean thing to them. Tweet this mean saying to them. This mean sentence. I'm going to call them mean names. Just listen. I'm a human being just like everybody else. I get sensitive sometimes. I get frustrated sometimes. But at the end of the day, I don't get angry a whole lot. I don't get angry. Look back and say, okay, this is what I've learned. This is what I need to do next time, and we'll be set to go. See, today I'm in a good mood. I've been in a good mood today because everything happened perfectly for me. No snow, no nothing, no everything else. Work routine still the same, and then I decided to celebrate with some pizza for lunch and a root beer, mug root beer. I like having a sense of humor. And also, I had a chance to. I made my debut as the new co-host alongside Jordan Little, Brandon Martin, and Michael Bombardier of the Rant and Rave podcast last night in episode 75. Check it out. Go to Brandon Martin's channel, Rant and Rave. Check it out. And I do apologize, and I'm going to say this, I am a human being, so I apologize for my actions if I was a little frustrated and upset because poor Jordan found new heard feedback, and it was from my headset. And I got frustrated when I tried to fix the whole thing. I said, I got to get it fixed, and So I lowered the volume and all that, and lower the volume and all that. And the crazy part is I never had any issues with it when I first came on the Rant and Ray podcast as a guest panelist at the time, or the Hangman Charlie's podcast as a guest panelist, and I never had any issues there. On the Zoom calls with my church family, I never had issues there. When I do my videos, I never had issues there. So why did it happen last night? That's a good question. I wish I could find it. But if it keeps up, what I'm going to do is I might consider get on podcast mic only, and then use regular headphones to do that. And that's personally what I'm going to do. If if this issue keeps up, and because it never usually does. Maybe he has an issue with the computer. I don't know. His computer's a little bit more sensitive than mine. I don't know, but I hope you guys watch the podcast and all that. And I figured with the final day of winter upon us, I figured spring has always been positive. To me, winter is like this cold and dark. It's freezing. To me, that's the season of negativity, so to speak. And I always consider spring like everything blossoms and blooms. It's positive. It's fun. Plus, a lot of rain has come to it. And it's a lot, it's positive. It's fun. Tiptoe through the tulips by the window. Don't know the rest of that stupid song. Anyways, Thomas Willis will get flashbacks hearing that. You're like, oh no, you're not going to turn that guy. No, I'm cool. Yeah, so I think the bottom line is, folks, what I talked all about. We need to be, as Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves, as Bill and Ted would say, be excellent to each other. It doesn't matter what race, creed, color, sex, sexual preference, political preference, religious preference. It doesn't matter. We just got to be excellent to each other. And that's what we need to do. And that's what we need to do, is be nice and kind to one another. Don't do anything you're going to regret. Don't do anything that will cause you to throw away your future. I know a lot of young people out there, and I'll tell you what. You young people out there, I know you're upset with us older folks and all that, longing for the days of the 80s and 90s, and, well, those days are boring, it's gay days and all that. Listen, you have a lot to learn. And you can learn from us, because we've been your age before. We've been through some situations similar. I know nowadays it's different with the pandemic and all. Just don't give up on your future. Just because everything is going wrong for you, don't give up. Keep going. Keep fighting for your dreams. Keep fighting to be what you want to be. Just don't worry about what's happened. I mean, pray. Pray. Yeah, be aware what's going on, but pray. Be smart. Ask for help. If you're having problems, go see somebody you can trust to help you. Hopefully, be somebody that will take you on the right path and not on the wrong path. Because I believe all of us have a purpose in life and a mission in life. Sometimes we need someone to give us a good kick in the pants to help us carry it out. But hey, might I digress? Like I said, I'm well aware of what's going on in the world. It's just a matter of how we handle life, how we handle situations like this. How we handle things is either going to make us or break us. We have to be smart in what we do. All right? I just want to give you those encouragements of what my thoughts are, what's happened this week, what has happened in the incident in Atlanta, and I thought what my thoughts and feelings about the whole thing, and how I go about it in response to all that. It's just, we got to treat each other with love and respect. It doesn't matter what color, creed, preference, or anything like that. It's what you have in here. If God doesn't look at the outward appearance of a person, neither will I. I want to look at the inward appearance of a person. Yes, I'm a human being, but I want to look at your heart. I like to see what, you know, why I like you. You know, more than just a physical appearance. You know, I made a lot of friends through common things that I liked. I made friends through being a Patriots fan, a Red Sox fan, a game show fan, a wrestling fan. I made a lot of friends over the years, over the 11 years since being on the internet. My friend family list has expanded since then. And I'm very, very grateful and thankful. You know, I'm tired of throwing these pity parties when I was a teenager just to try to impress somebody, which is really sucks, you know. I'm not going to get into that detail. It's all a connection to you know what and you know who. I'm glad I'm not at that stage. But I do miss the 80s and 90s, though, I have to admit. Got a lot to talk about, and I'm very, very blessed. Very blessed to be here today. Very blessed to talk to all of you. Very blessed to have this. Just don't give up. None of you. None of you. I'm talking to all of you. All of you good people out there. Never give up. Keep going for your dreams. Don't let anything stop you. If people try to stop you, they have the issue, not you. So, what will be on the docket? As you know, like I said, the WWE events, the WEML-TV Channel 77 Event Center on WWE Wrestling will be later on tonight after I get done watching SmackDown. There's a lot's going down. WrestleMania. We're on the Fast Track WrestleMania. My PTW weather forecast, winter wrestling forecast, winter weather. You know, working at a mall can really scramble up your brains with words. You know what I mean? My you know what I mean? PTW wrestling forecast tomorrow. Also, an issue tomorrow. Fastlane is this Sunday on pay-per-view, or check your local listings. Peacock TV, WWE Network. The network's going to be on, the standalone network is going to be along until April the 4th. That's Easter. I'm really excited about that. Tomorrow, new episode of Power Rangers Dino Fury back after a 1-week hiatus due to the Kids' Choice Awards from Nickelodeon. 2 new members of the Ranger team is added to the team. That's right, you're going to see Izzy and Javi join the team as the Green and Black Rangers. This is going to be a very interesting series nonetheless. Looking forward to that. I believe there's a Red Sox game tomorrow. I'm going to check right now. Spring training is still going on. Eduardo Rodriguez has been named the opening day starter. Opening day starter. I got a better idea. Okay. Okay, hold on just a second here, folks. It's episode 94 of WEML-TV Channel 77, by the way. Just to let everyone know. Sunny day, sweeping up clouds away, on my way where the air is sweet. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? That song never gets old. I don't know why. I used to watch when I was a kid. My favorite song from Sesame Street is Disco ABC with Grover, and I think the chords are the main reason why. Mostly Sunny. Okay. Let's see. Red Sox. No, Red Sox baseball team. Let's see if they're having a game. Kurt Schilling. You slam us on the rail. We were rooting for you to help us win the World Series. You helped us broke the curse, Kurt. Well, I think the reason why is because of the stupid, political, and that's probably the reason why too. So that could be a little thing. And we ended up in last place. That was 2020. We ended up in last place. Yeah, it was a tough season. It was a tough season. We didn't know last place. Let's see. Red Sox TV schedule. Let's see. Spring training broadcast schedule. Okay. Let's see. All right. The 19th. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's on right now. The game's on right now. Tampa Bay. Yeah, Tampa Bay. The game's on right now. I just realized this. We're playing Tampa Bay. Game's on right now. I'm gonna watch it. It's already over an hour in, and then we got Atlanta, and then we got Pittsburgh coming into on Sunday. I can't wait, and it's gonna be something else. All right. Let's see what else is there. Saturday Superstar Arcade. Number 12 will be tomorrow. Don't know what game I'm gonna play then. And who knows? I'll be playing NTV's remote control for the NES system. Who knows? I played. I got to be careful of the time limit though, because I played over an hour and 10 minutes of Final Fight 2 for it. I may have to edit that. I may have to edit videos like that next time if I'm going to play through that long. Also, let's see what else is there. I better get out of here soon so I can enjoy the rest of the game watching pizza. Enjoy the rest of the game eating pizza and drinking some root beer. We're going to have a little bit of fun, all right? Yeah, spring is tomorrow, thank God. The last day of winter. This is my thoughts. Last day of winter, 21. Winter, not that bad. It was not that bad. We had some decent storms, decent snowfalls. I mean, most of it's like 6-7 inches per storm, which is not that bad considering, you know. I just feel bad for the folks in Colorado. Man, they got blasted. They got mollywopped. And because I have a friend of mine who lives in Colorado who hates the Patriots but likes the Red Sox, Peter Lucas, says that they're like 95 inches of snow. 65 inches, 95 inches of snow. You guys go, you get buried in it? He says, I'm sick of it. He says, I'm sick of it. I'm done. I'm going to go move to St. Petersburg. I'll meet Gronk. I was like, hey, that'd be really cool. I don't blame you, great and wonderful people. If you want to move to Florida, hey, God bless you guys. Go right ahead. Have fun. I think a lot of people want to move to Florida for other reasons, but I won't get into that. All right, then. That's all the time we have on the show. Episode 94 of WEML-TV. Channel 77 is complete. I know I said a lot. I probably said too much. But I want to speak from the heart and also just, let good folks know, what's on my mind and everything else. It's Friday. We're going to have some fun. Now, if y'all excuse me, I'm going to watch the Red Sox Rays spring training game. All right, I'll see you later. Y'all have a wonderful day. Peace. God bless.